episode 27.
Welcome
White
back.
Claw Wednesday.
Welcome back.
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
Cheers up, brother. Oh, thanks for getting me the lime, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know you're a real friend.
Mm-hmm.
I
took the grapefruit.
Actually, you chose grapefruit and black cherry,
Mm-hmm.
which are the two worst flavors in my opinion.
Of the original variety
Of
pack?
the OG pack, yeah.
So,
What's up?
Saturday.
This past Saturday.
The Masvidal Usman fight
Epic.
happened. And I got to say, I kind of disappointed in the Usman Masvidal fight specifically.
Right.
The general first night of Fight Island was quite entertaining.
It was.
The first two championship fights, very good.
Mhm.
And that Max Holloway decision right before
Yep.
the Masvidal fight.
That hurt me, dude. That was really tough for me.
Remember I kind of said, I was like, man, imagine if Max doesn't get it, and then he doesn't get it. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And that was really all
Yeah.
in the last two rounds being all the Volkanovski. Volkanovski. He went ham on those last two rounds
He
and
did.
kind of put it all. And I feel like the judges saw Max sort of play it safe on the last couple of rounds and kind of expect the win. And I don't know. I was joking when saying, like, right as the fight ended, you got Volkanovski putting his hand up, and then you got Max Holloway doing like a shh, and then and then like I don't know, maybe I imagine the judges are only human and they see that and they're kind of like, wow, one guy's humble, one guy's not. I'm scoring it for the humble guy. And Dana White, did you see him talk about it? He was pissed.
Yeah, he was like, did anyone think Volkanovski won? I sent you the video. I was like, did anyone think Volkanovski won? And literally no one said anything. I mean, first of all, even if you do, is anyone going to be like,
is anyone like,
I did.
Yeah, I got it.
Dana White,
scored it for
Dana White. I'm an expert,
like
it's fucking Dana White, the president of the UFC. Like,
Like,
so it's kind of like a.
It's like when the teacher calls on the class and nobody knows the answer, and
yeah.
But
I thought that.
But I still
Max
understand.
Won.
Oh yeah.
Personally, but you said after, you're like, it wouldn't be crazy if the judges came and said Volkanovski won.
Yeah,
you could see it.
Yeah,
you could see it.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely won the last two rounds. The third round, I thought that Max won, but I mean, you could make an argument for Volkanovski. I guess he had, I think, the takedown in the third round. The thing is Max got right up, so it's just it's just the thing with judging in the UFC.
Yeah.
It's a constant issue.
I really think a lot of it is just those last two rounds being Volkanovski, because when you watch, like, for me, as an obviously not an expert, not a judge, I'm not that surprised when he's announced the winner at the end. Yeah, because the first three rounds of the fight I've forgotten, and the last two rounds are more memorable. So like, I'm not even thinking about like how good Max looked in the beginning, because he looked kind of like a. So it's just like it'd not be good. That would be a bad judge, an example of a bad judge, someone who it does what I do, and they forget the whole beginning of the fight, and they just focus on the last couple minutes or whatever. And I feel like that's kind of what happened.
And I don't know if you saw the John Jones versus what's his name, Jorge Reyes, Dominic Reyes. I was. It was kind of like on the flip side, or it's the exact same situation where you have the competitor looking like they won the first three rounds, and then the defender, the champ, winning the last two. And it's like this entire conversation relies on like, okay, yeah, you win the first three rounds, but 4 and 5, that's the end of the fight. Like, those are the championship rounds. Quoted. So how are you, weighting each round? Are they the exact same? You can come out strong, but if you're tired and getting your ass beat in the last round, are you really the champion? I mean,
yeah, no, I agree, and that's why I don't even. Oh man, unless it's like a fight like Amanda Nunes, her last big fight. Yeah, she dominated her opponent, and
that was bad. Actually, she's incredible. She's incredible.
But they went all 5 rounds. But you still were watching the fight, and you still felt like it was basically a knockout victory for Amanda, even though it went the whole way and she didn't get a TKO, and it was a decision, unanimous decision, obviously. But then you have your fights like the Holloway fight from just this last Saturday, and those are the kind of fights where they feel so unsatisfying. I mean, it's just like nobody's really. It's really a toss to me in moments like that. It's like as the winner and as the loser, you really shouldn't feel that disappointed or that proud, because you're really both looking like shit at the end of it, and it's it's.
I mean, it just in situations like that, it's like there's like the post-match or post-fight interview, and Volkanovski's like, I got those 2 takedowns, and I think that's what took me over. And I'm just like, God, that sounds so bad. Like, you got 2 takedowns, and like you're just waiting. Like,
it feels almost like as if you do something, and you're like, oh, that's a point. I can just
it's like
back off.
It's like what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Judging in the UFC and in fights in general, I mean, it's just so fucked. Like, it's so bad.
And you want to be like, I'll just wait till someone gets knocked out.
Yeah.
But that's how like people die.
Right, exactly.
So it's like,
I mean, you got to call it at some point.
Yeah.
And at some point it doesn't even get entertaining because both guys are so tired, or
they're
both
exhausted.
women.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I definitely think that judging needs to change, but I have no idea what a better solution is.
No, I don't even know how they judge it. Like, I'm already kind of impressed that they're able to break it down in points and like determine like all the hits and where they land and stuff, because it's happening so fast.
See, this was a question
that it's hard for me to know.
This was a question that we were asking while we were watching it. We were like, do the judges actually know all the statistics that we're seeing?
Yeah.
Because if so, it could be more of like a structured approach. Like, okay, this many strikes equals this many points. Okay, Doc's here because you got to take down here. But I don't know. I don't think that they do that. I mean, I just can't see it. Because what happened in the olden days when we couldn't track all this,
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's changed. I think it's just the same.
It's just the same scoring.
You're a judge and you're
eyeballs,
watching it.
Your eyeballs are the judge.
And you're like, oh, that guy's winning, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how fighting to me seems like sometimes the fights I've seen fights based or judged or decided based on who looks like they got beat up worse, and then I've also seen fights where one person looks worse but they actually won, and that's so it's like sometimes a fight gets judged I think over based on looks, and then sometimes it's judged based on points, and it's just like the value of, I mean, it depends on the closeness of the fight.
Yep. I was disappointed in the decision, but I'm not. It wasn't like people on the internet is like, he got robbed. I'm like, he didn't get robbed.
Yeah,
okay,
he
like
he kind of
majority of people probably thought that Holloway won, but he didn't get robbed. It wasn't like Max Holloway was winning the entire fight.
Yeah, I mean,
he got a few takedowns.
Getting robbed would have been like Amanda Nunes losing that fight I was mentioning that she had recently.
Well,
like,
dude,
that would have been robbery.
I don't know if I was telling you this. For everyone listening, me and Frank were watching it together, and I was basically, I don't know, we were just talking about the Petr Yan versus Jose Aldo fight, and I was like, I don't know if I mentioned, but Jose Aldo, his previous fight was against this other guy who was pretty high ranked in I think they're in bantamweight or something like that. And he actually lost, which is crazy when you think about it, because he lost his most recent fight, but still got the title shot. You know why?
Why?
Because he really did get robbed, dude. Like, it was bad.
Yeah.
Like, it was something I was like, the entire time, I mean, I was like, oh, this guy's getting his ass beat. Like, there's, he had like a minute and 30 where he was like pressing and stuff like that, and then Jose Aldo was just kicking his ass the entire time. Anyways, right after the fight, there's been like footage released or someone's like camera or whatever, and Jose Aldo like points to Dana White, and Dana White's like, "Congratulations, man! Like, congrats!" You know, like it was just so clear that he's telling the fighter congratulations as he's in the ring.
Oh, okay.
You know, and he
loses
lost.
The fight.
I know, and everyone was like, "What the happened?"
Wow.
And the good thing about it is that he, you know, no one believed the judges there. Like, if someone really does get robbed, I think the UFC generally, like the people making, like the matchmaking people, are probably like, okay, those people don't know what the fuck they were watching.
Yeah.
Let's give him the title shot, you know?
No. I agree. Yeah.
It sucks that he got the L on his record and stuff like that. And Jose Aldo has not been doing good for a while.
Wow, I wonder what the judges were thinking. Ryan, this doesn't need to be plugged into the computer while we record, does it?
It does not.
Okay,
no.
Good. Speaking about technical things that we forgot to do.
What?
Did you check that the audio is on the right thing?
I did, yeah.
Okay, good.
We have for everyone listening, we have a pre-setup, a routine that we do.
Yeah.
One thing is to plug that external hard drive into the computer.
Where we save the episode.
It's not necessary.
No.
However, we do it every time.
Yeah, we do.
Also, another thing is that we make sure that the audio input is coming from this mixer rather than the computer audio way over there where the camera is, because we did make that mistake one time.
Yeah, we're
Lesson
lucky.
Learned.
That time was a time when we were in San Francisco in your casa, and the computer was much closer to us.
Yeah, exactly.
So the mic differentiation wasn't crucial. Like right now, like if we uploaded an episode recording audio with the laptop, that would be bad. That'd be bad. Yeah.
So, dude, I checked out. I don't know if last time you were telling me about these statistics, but
what?
I checked out the statistics on that episode 23, the PS5 Sony
the PS5.
reveal.
Yeah, I was talking about how we got put in the algorithm with the title.
Yeah, we got thrown into the algo.
Algo.
Yeah. What if we had accidentally done the computer audio on that one?
I mean,
the
views might have been less. I mean, here's what I'm wondering is you got all those people clicking on our video because they're down a wormhole, rabbit hole about the PlayStation 5 reveal. There's a certain amount of time that I know you have to watch a YouTube video in order for it to count as a view, correct? Is that a thing? I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Like there's a certain seconds amount you have to hit, an X amount of seconds or X amount of minutes you have to hit in order for a view to be clocked.
You could be right, yeah.
And
could be right.
I wouldn't be surprised if what you said, if we had the laptop audio on that episode, we probably would have had less views because the shitty audio would have come in right away and then they would have closed out.
I know for a fact that it takes a long time for views to get updated for everyone. If I viewed one of our videos right now and you looked it up, like it wouldn't be populated yet.
Yeah, pop up.
It takes some time for the servers to interact with one another. And I mean, just imagine YouTube, like all these different transaction and updates, just I mean, millions a second, millions of views being updated a second. I wanted to give a shout out. I don't know if you read this comment.
What?
I'm sorry, Jacob, it's not you, but you are our most commenter for sure, biggest fan. The Godly Johnson. Now, I don't know who this is.
Is this on the PS5 reveal?
This is on the PS5 reveal.
Is this the guy who says, the fuck is this?
No.
Oh, it's not? We got another
We'll
one?
get into that one, though.
Okay.
The Godly Johnson, he actually subscribed, which is awesome.
What?
I don't know who this is. It could be someone who knows us, but he goes, "This is the shit that needs more views. Just bros hanging out. Good shit."
Damn.
Come on, man.
Wow.
Shout out to Godly Johnson.
Dude.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And Colin Cancer,
I think that's a screen name.
possibly. F you, dude. No, I'm kidding.
No.
He goes, the fuck is this?
The fuck is this? I love
opposite sides of the spectrum. Of the spectrum.
But I love that comment though.
I liked both of them, and I loved the this shit needs more views.
Yeah, I liked I like the fuck is this because it's
not even the fuck, it's TF.
No, yeah, just TF.
TF
it's just,
is this.
TF is this, yeah. And if you know. But I read that and I immediately started laughing because I was like, man, it's in the title. No, but I mean, I totally understand Colin Cancer, why you're commenting on that.
For sure.
I get that. You stumble along, anytime you stumble along a video on YouTube that has less than 1,000 views, you are perfectly in your right to comment, the fuck is this?
I agree.
Because how did you end up here?
And we welcome it. We welcome
we
it.
do. Because you ended up on our video somehow.
How did Colin Cancer click on our video? I want to know. Okay,
that's the question I want to know.
YouTube,
exactly.
I need the stats. That is hilarious.
And I think that maybe your first name's Colin, but I mean, I doubt your last name's Cancer.
Could be. Could be.
Maybe he's got a theme going where he does just like kind of like mean comments on videos. He's a Cancer.
Could be a bot.
Kind of.
Probably not.
I don't know.
We have had bots on our page before too.
You know what? I saw a comment
Logan guy.
I think that was like, yeah, it was something. I can't remember what it said, but it was weird.
I'll tell you what it said.
Yeah,
what
did it say?
Hey, want to be friends?
That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
He literally, I mean, I'm just assuming it's a he, but it's really a bot.
Yeah.
It's just Logan.
What does that even mean? What does a bot mean?
A bot means like someone's computer running a program.
It's just a program running on the computer. Okay.
Literally is
That's
doing
what I
this.
thought it meant.
I'll tell you what they're doing. It's literally just refreshing YouTube, searching, filtering by the most recent video.
That was uploaded?
On it. Yeah. Clicking on it and then commenting, "Hey, want to be friends?"
You can just see what's the most recent uploaded video on YouTube.
I mean, you could filter. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And
Very
I mean,
interesting.
They've got so many computers on this that it happens so quickly. I mean, they're on top of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they do. Like, they must try and get information from you and then hack you, or I don't know, but
yeah, I don't know either. But
I don't know the point. Why would you go out of your way to create an automation script that is just commenting, "Hey, want to be friends" on everyone's video?
Can we talk about, speaking about bots? Let's just shift topics.
Let's go.
Let's talk about bots.
Are we talking
on
about
Instagram?
Human bots?
Talking about bots on. Just continuing the trend of bots and talking about bots on Instagram. Now let's try to break down as well as we can what accounts on Instagram commenting, "Hey, don't check my story."
I love that you use that
wet emoji.
Yeah.
How many of those comments and profiles that comment that are actual people or are bots, automated machine, just spamming out DMs and comments to everybody with that?
I can tell you right now, if they are the very first comment saying that, they're a bot.
They're a bot. Okay, yeah. Okay. Here's the other interesting thing.
Okay.
Do you follow any meme pages on Instagram?
Yeah, a couple, but most of them are private.
Yeah. So I follow some private meme pages. I follow some private meme pages as well, which probably means you know about what I'm about to say, which is that not only do private meme pages post memes, but they post the ads.
They're the worst.
Of like basically porn private accounts.
They're the worst.
And this is where I'm getting this.
Not just the porn ads, but the ads in general.
Oh yeah, just the yeah. But this is where I'm getting the whole like, which is which sort of when I see the comments, the bot-like comments, but then I see the meme posts dropping this ass that's in the photo.
Yeah.
Dropping her at, and then it's like her at. You click on the at because obviously we're men, and they're always private. The ats are always private. So I'm wondering, like, are those ats? Are they bots too? Or are those the things that comment on the posts? Or it's like, are they all one and the same? Or some different?
Be.
Like,
I don't know how it works.
It's all, because I feel like
all interconnected.
I think it's all interconnected. It all feels very interconnected.
Because how can you prove? As Instagram, right?
Yeah.
First of all, Instagram needs to get their shit together because it's ridiculous how many bots are commenting on photos.
So many fucking bots.
But also, I mean, if you really do create a page where you post like pictures of a woman, excuse me. And like, what are the guidelines on that? Like, can you just take it down? Because like, you can just create a page about anything, right?
Yeah.
And like, it's fine.
And then there are also they seem like businesses and like almost like scams.
They're like business scams, like
because like all these ads, like all these ads of these sexy women that are posted on meme pages.
Yeah.
That dumb men follow. In general, dumb men follow. You click on the ad and then you're given this private profile, and it has this like link to like to pay and like And honestly, for the viewers out there, just wondering like, am I paying? Like, guys, I would be going into the details of how the system worked if I was paying. But I don't, I feel like,
exactly.
I don't want people questioning how much of a loser I am.
we don't know.
But really, like, I would tell you if I knew. Because I'm legitimately curious, and literally the only thing that keeps me from finding out is the fact that I have to become a loser. It's like, I'm not going to find
I've
out.
gone to, like, those profiles, and I'm, like, looking at that link, and I'm like, nope. And I'll just,
I always
check it out. And I'm like, who did they create? What is the fake person?
And the reason why every time I see like an ass or tits on like the meme page on my timeline, I always click on the ad because I'm still fucking waiting for one of those ads to be a public account. And this is where I transition into my next point. The reason why I think those advertisements on the memes for these pages are also bots, like the bots commenting on photos, is because you already have an entire section of Instagram devoted to public accounts of beautiful women.
It's very true.
Who are real people posting their own thirst traps that they work on themselves. So and it's all public. So you have this whole hot girl section of Instagram, and all these accounts are public. I'd say about 90% of them. But then you have this hot girl Instagram account section, which are advertised on meme pages, and those are all private, all with links to pay. This is where I get my suspicions.
I think you're right.
That there must be all bots. It must be the same. Those accounts that are on the meme pages are the same bot accounts that are commenting on photos.
I think you're right. I think they are interconnected.
All the same.
Because even when like those meme pages are advertising other meme pages and stuff like that, it's always like, oh my God, like this person is so hilarious. Like if you haven't followed them, like follow them now.
Yeah.
And then you go and click on the page and it's private.
Yep.
It's like this weird pyramid scheme where they're all feeding each other the same people, and they're all like, okay, let's all follow each other, and then let's just keep advertising, advertise. Because if I'm clicking on a meme account and I see that they're running advertisements, I'm not following, right? And so when someone's saying, hey, you need to follow this account, and they get clever with it, man. They get really clever with it. I watched one meme account where they posted a photo, and then the top comment was, hey, stop stealing my stuff. You're always taking my stuff.
Dude, I see that one all the...
And then the account that posted says, hey, sorry, everyone go follow this account. They have really good stuff. And I'm like, what? It is so innovative. I'm like...
Yeah, I notice that all the time. I notice that all the time.
I've also noticed...
First couple times I thought it was legit. I was like, whoa, meme accounts are fighting. And then I realized, I was like, wait a second. This keeps popping up on a bunch of posts. What's going on? Yeah.
And... Oh, fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Sorry, I got excited and jumped in there.
That's good. But you're right. I mean, it's like...
Yeah.
I think that you get like one meme account to think of like a new way. And like you see it one time and you're like, oh, okay, whatever. And then it's just bam, 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 everywhere on your account. I follow like 5, 6 meme accounts. Something crazy.
I follow a few.
Shout out to Daquan.
I love
Instagram.
Daquan
Great
is,
account.
He's like...
I'm assuming it's a he, but I don't know.
How do I... Daquan is the... He's the first meme page you follow. I would say he's the biggest meme page. Like he is
one of the biggest.
He's the mainstream meme page.
One of the biggest.
I would say
for sure.
Because you jump off your mainstream when you get into the meme pages we're talking about, like that are private and stuff. Because those are the ones that post like shit that's fucked up. Dude, I watched this. Okay.
Pro tip: never like a meme. Pro tip:
never like a meme.
Never do it, because
I mean I rarely like the memes.
Never like a meme.
Do I ever like the memes?
Don't ever.
I don't know. I've definitely liked some memes.
From my experience,
I've definitely liked some memes.
From my experience, if you start liking memes, because those meme pages, they post like nothing, dude.
Oh yeah,
they post like crazy. So if you start liking 1, 2, maybe 3,
you'll just get a bunch of them
all over your Instagram. I mean, your entire feed. But I find that if you don't like any of them, right? You don't like them, then at the end of your feed, when you've already gone through like all the other people that have posted, the other accounts, the soccer, the sports, whatever, then you start getting the memes, man. And that's when you're on your last life. You're like, oh, man, like I'm getting kind of bored, you know?
Yeah.
Then the memes show up. You get a little more interest if you're really trying to waste time. Pro tip for wasting time, basically.
Yeah. And do you ever... You have those moments with social media where you're just like, God, I just thought of something right now. You're just like, fuck it, you know. I want to just delete these apps, you know. I want to be done with them
all the time, man, all the time.
I want to, but then I think about it's just ingrained in our society, and I mean that in the sense of where I have friends, including the group of friends, you know, Solid 5.
Mm-hmm.
I have other groups of friends, and I have we have these meme chats. You have your other meme chats. You're probably in group chats, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like that's what keeps me in social media. That's what keeps Instagram and Snapchat on my phone. Is that I'm in these group DMs on both Snapchat and Instagram with just different groups of friends.
Yeah.
And I want to be in those.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like really the only thing that's keeping me on in a terms of enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second half of the use of social media is just like, you know, doing like the whole hate on it thing where you're like, oh, this you know, you're just kind of taking that position like, oh, like I stand above this, I'm better than this, even though you're not better than this because you're looking at it on your phone.
Yeah.
But that's where I find myself a lot, and I don't know, I accept it. I accept it.
I really wish that Apple would come out with a way for my apps to lock. Like, literally lock. Like, I can't access
Oh, so
them.
you can't open them.
So I can't be like, oh, in 15 minutes, in 15 minutes, in 15 minutes. Like, I want to, like, your time's up, boy. Like, stop. You know?
That's
like, what I want.
Put, like, child settings on it.
I mean, something like that.
To where it's
for
like,
myself.
Yeah,
you know?
to yourself. So where, like, you're taking a shit.
And then it's like if
and you're on Instagram for 20 minutes,
exactly.
and you get a notification saying, "Hey, your Instagram time is up."
Hey, you've been shitting for 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, get off the toilet.
Yeah, and then if you're really like an asshole and you want to go to like the settings and like flip it off, it'll like give you a notification like, "Hey, dipshit, like,
sure you want to do that?
Are you sure you want to?" And then you click yes, and then it's another slide saying, "Okay, but really," but you click yes, and then it's like, all right, really? Fuckface, it's your choice, and then you click yes again, and then that's when you're in. I would love that. I would dig that.
Yeah,
the general public would.
But no, the general public we can't.
But I would dig that.
Yeah, because I don't think I don't know. I feel as if I if everybody took the attitude we have of like this whole like I'm better than social media.
I do that
even though I participate in it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how everybody feels. I don't know. But I think if everybody thought like that, social media wouldn't be popping or as popping as
Here's the thing. Completely agree. But let me just get this for the fans.
Nice.
For the listeners. Sorry, I'm trying
just as good as
mine. Here's the thing with social media. Social media can either be really, really crippling to your life, or it could be advantageous, right? I have people, and I don't want to judge them, but I have, like, people that I know that are liking a bunch of stuff. You know, they're super, like, they're just on social media a lot, you know? And, like, you just know them as a person to be on social media a ton.
I know those. Yeah.
But they're not really posting. They're just on it.
Oh, well, just like, I'm guilty of that.
Okay.
I'm very guilty of that.
Here's the thing.
I'm very guilty of that. Everybody know, like, I know you listen to me, I talk shit on social media. I talk shit on myself. All the shit I'm talking is on myself because I am exactly what Ryan is describing.
Well, me too, because, and this is what I'm trying to describe, is I force myself to post because
you don't want to be that.
I don't want to be that. Exactly. I don't want to be the person that is literally just on it to like view other things going on.
See, I like this separation we're getting here because that is exactly what I am about. And that is exactly what I am about representing.
Okay, but here's the thing, Frank.
Guys, I'm liking pictures on Instagram. I'm accepting follows. I'm ignoring follow requests. I'm doing all that shit. And guess the last time I posted was 2016.
Frank, you got to get on
2016, it, I got 20+ follow requests in my bank. I still go on the app daily. I still like shit daily. I still view stories. I got a fuck ton of people that follow me that I don't follow back. I'm sorry. I'm a fucked up guy when it comes to social media. I play it dirty. I do. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Listen, there's just different mindsets with it. My mindset is I force myself to post.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to just use it, you know? Mm-hmm. Which is why, like, you'll see a post from me, like, at least twice a year. At least twice a year. Damn, dude.
Yeah, that was a big burp. Yeah, Ryan.
I just pounded that and then just did it.
When you told me,
I want to bring it back to YouTube here, but go ahead.
When I first signed up for Instagram in 2014, I remember you, Ryan, telling me, like, oh, Frank, you got to, like, maybe every month, every couple months, post a photo, keep up with your shit.
Yeah.
And I did that. I did that for the first couple of years. You
did.
I had 10 posts within 2 years. That's 5 posts a year.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it dropped off the face of the earth.
I just started lowering my standards in terms of postage.
Yeah.
Like, it's always like it's just this weird feeling of like you getting used to social media and you using it and seeing other people's posts. Like, do you remember like back in the day when you would post a picture and it would be like the pick stitch and there would be a filter on every single one?
I was
like weird. Like
I got into Instagram after that trend ended.
Okay, it was like
thank
weird.
God because that was the worst time of Instagram.
But like, dude, that was like prime. Like,
that was prime Instagram.
You took a photo.
That was like 2012, 2013. Yeah,
you would pick stitch it, and then you would filter every single fucking pitch stitch. Every single photo.
Oh yeah, that was the
shit. And I remember like that's what
and they all look terrible. They all look terrible.
And looking back on
the
them,
filters,
like, what in the world were these photos?
Terrible.
Man?
Ugly.
But now it's like you're always trying to like stay up with the standards. It's like you got that pick stitch
the
trend.
social media trend always changes.
Then you had like the Vine or whatever.
Now it's TikTok.
And so now you're seeing people from our high school, dude, spend. I mean, some of our high school friends have solid profiles in terms of like the quality of the photo, where they're at, like all this stuff is just planned out. Like I'm going here, and I'm gonna post an Instagram photo, you know. And it's like you post one, and you're like, oh, fuck, like now I gotta one up this post, and I gotta keep up with the standards of like everyone else.
Yeah.
Listen, drop that shit. Just drop it. You post whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, yeah. I
don't care. Don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I talk a lot about, I mentioned the fact that I don't post, but Ryan makes a really good point. Post what you want, when you want.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Honestly.
I like that. And that's part of the reason why I don't post. I don't want to. That's why I want to post. I don't want to post.
But people are different, too. People are different.
And it's also just I have... My last photo still sums up my life. So
okay, but this is what I'm fucking talking about, Frank.
What?
You're like the epitome of what I'm talking about right
now.
Oh,
I am. No,
your last photo is so epic.
Yeah,
I remember you telling me actually.
What?
You're like, I'm never gonna post another Instagram photo because I can never one up my last photo.
Yeah,
your last photo is epic.
Originally, I did. That was the original stance. I've changed it a little bit.
Good.
I mean, it still kind of applies to that ideology.
I love when people change their mind. People are allowed to change their mind.
I just have to beat what the photo is.
So you haven't changed your stance?
No, I haven't changed my stance. But the way I've changed my stance is I see myself, I have potential to beat it.
For sure.
I can beat that photo.
Frank, if you really wanted,
what?
We could beat that shit tonight, dude.
Chill, bro. No, dude, no. Because you want to know... No.
Just saying.
No. Ryan, how could I beat that tonight?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a whole backyard here. We could figure it out.
hey, I know how I could beat that tonight, and it's not the way I would ever go. Okay. All right. And
you gotta tell us.
Yeah,
how
I
you
do.
beat
It's a double standard. It's a double standard.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, and maybe it's not. Okay, it's technically.
Everyone, please go look at Frank's last Instagram photo. It's pretty cool.
It's technically not a double standard because guys do it, but I just feel like when I look at a dude.
Frank's nervous right now.
No, I'm not nervous. When I look at a dude posting like just fucking sexy ass photos of himself on Instagram,
good looking dude,
just a stud who just he works for what he's got, and he's posting what he's got.
Props to them.
Okay,
they work hard.
When I see that, it comes across as like I judge it, like I laugh at it. I think it's stupid. Be like, oh, yeah, dude, you have 2 photo shoots. Fuck yeah, like I make fun of it.
Yeah.
But then I see a woman do the same. Okay, she drops a thirst trap.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I see it. I appreciate it. Okay.
I get you.
I don't look at it as like fucking idiot.
What are you
like,
doing?
What do you? Wow, have a photo shoot. Why don't you? I'm like, yeah, have a photo shoot.
Yeah,
you deserve one. Like
it's
this double standard. So what I'm saying is, Ryan, I'm not gonna pop off my shirt right now and do a freaking thirst trap to top my last photo. That isn't an option.
So that's what you're going for. You're going for the this route right here.
What's that route? What's that route?
You took a photo with your shirt off, looking good on one, so you just gotta go that way for your next one. Is that the route you're going?
Yeah, that's too easy, Ryan. It's too easy. There's nothing to it, man.
Right.
I need something that actually bests my last photo.
Right. So Frank's last photo. Do you want to describe it? I can describe
it.
it.
Okay. So it was my very first music festival, Hard Summer 2016.
Mm-hmm. Throwback.
Lil Uzi's playing. I'm talking. This is Money Longer just came out. Summer 2016. This is
some good times.
Oh. This is the greatest time Uzi knew. And I have this random girl, beautiful woman, wearing a swimsuit, asks me, hey, let me get on your shoulders, tall dude, so I can see Uzi. And I'm like, yeah, do it. Put her on my shoulders. She's on my shoulders.
Take a photo.
And of course, hey, I didn't have to ask for the photo.
Also,
for the record,
story.
I didn't have to ask for the
funny
photo.
Story.
Ryan was there but wasn't there.
Funny story. Interjection here. We split up.
Yeah, thanks to Sam.
Amateurs, thinking that we were going to be able to meet up later. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. So this girl gets on my shoulders, and immediately, Scott, Zach, and Michael, they all are like, "Oh, fuck yeah, Frank!" And they all like take out their phones and start taking photos of me.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like posing, like having a great time. First music festival, girl on my shoulders. So yeah, I posted that photo of me just raging with the girl on my shoulders.
I think you had
I had your bucket hat on, and I had like the weed jersey on.
Fire hat.
Yeah, it is a really fire hat. And my caption is a little wink wink for the real ones. And so it was just like a really incredible post that kind of summed up the start of like me being 18, like finishing high school, going into college, this whole like party, wild, drug sort of music festival phase is all kind of summed up with that photo.
Just one photo.
With that one photo.
I get you.
And I've been in that phase since 2016,
but
2020.
You're not in that phase right now.
No, I'm coming out of that phase.
Okay.
I'm finishing college at the end of this year.
Yeah.
That's the end of the phase. So basically what I'm saying is I'm just waiting to be in the next phase of my life to take a photo that is important in that phase, and then I post it. I just haven't done anything else besides what that photo depicts in the last 4 years, basically. And that kind of sums up college.
Good way of describing it.
But yeah, so that's why it's my last photo. And it's a great one too.
It is a great one. So I forgot what you said. You said something earlier, and then it like pinged something in
your mind. Yeah,
my mind.
What's up? Bring it up.
Okay. So you don't know this. Well, you might know this actually because you get the emails because you're a manager on the YouTube account. But
the creator thing? Is that what you're going to talk about?
Maybe no.
Okay, go
ahead. Probably not.
Go ahead.
So when you're posting a video to YouTube, and people who have posted videos to YouTube will know this, they have gotten really strict on whether your video is for a child or not.
Oh, yeah. I always put not for kids. Always put not for kids.
It's always not for kids,
always
right?
not for kids.
But they're getting really strict on it. Like when I first created the account and stuff like that, it was like asking me a bunch of questions about it. And then there's even like advanced child options where like
there are. Yeah.
You can describe it in a way where it would be available for other kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I never do it because I'm like, no kids are going to watch this, but
no.
And I have a theory because this wasn't always like this, as I've heard.
Oh, from in the past of YouTube uploads,
right? Yeah. From just watching videos about creators being frustrated with YouTube.
They talk
and stuff
about
like
YouTube
that.
guidelines and stuff. Yeah.
In one of the videos that I was watching, the guy correlated that these new like options that you have to select, is it for kids? You know, is there profanity, stuff like that?
Yeah.
That's not an option on YouTube. I don't know why I said that. It is for Anchor though. That came about the same time that YouTube started posting ads for like sexual ads, where it's like
YouTube has sexual ads.
Yes. It's like play this XX game, and it's like a little anime girl or whatever.
YouTube has those ads.
Yes, and
why haven't I seen those ads?
I haven't seen this, but the one creator that I was watching, he was really frustrated because it's Upper Echelon Games for anyone who wants to watch it, or the account. He was really frustrated because his accounts were getting dinged for, like, you know, I don't know, something along the lines of where it got demonetized. Basically, he wasn't making money on the videos because it wasn't meant for kids or something along those lines. But the same video that he had uploaded was being advertised, and advertised on that video was another person's channel. And in that person's channel, she was advertising her OnlyFans. Unbelievable, right? Your face is like, what? Like, that happened?
It's like...
Yes.
Okay, so he gets so his video gets demonetized.
He's frustrated. He's like, what the fuck?
But it has an advertisement for another person's channel.
Correct.
Who on their channel advertises their OnlyFans.
All right.
Is that what you're telling me?
That is the general concept. Don't quote for quote on that. It might have been someone else's channel that he was
out for the game of
referring to.
For that one. Yeah.
But essentially, someone was advertising their OnlyFans on another person's channel indirectly, essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
Just like...
Interesting.
What do you think of that?
I mean, all it makes me think of is that OnlyFans, that dudes pay for OnlyFans.
How crazy is it that it's really that big?
It's like, just... I just don't get... Like, it's like...
I can't... Because...
I mean, it's... Oh.
You tell your perspective, and then...
Bro, there's like if you took a baby, like I'm gonna steal a Louis C.K. joke. Okay, steal a joke from a creep. If you took a baby, a newborn baby that was just born, you sat in front of a computer, and you just tried to play every single online porn video for the baby, that's on the internet, the baby would probably die before it was able to watch every porn video that's available online. So yeah, I just find it kind of ludicrous that dudes will pay money for arguably less sexual content than that's free.
Yep. There is a unbelievable...
It honestly makes me want to, just like kind of create a new subdivision of gender. Because I don't really want to be a male anymore if there's dudes out here falling for that. I'm obviously kidding. But, my God.
That's a good joke, dude.
My God, man.
You should take that to stand up.
I mean, really, guys, like...
Like, what are you doing? Whoa. Did you guys hear
Listeners
that?
definitely
Put in the
heard
comment
that.
if you heard that.
What the fuck was that?
Were those fireworks?
This had to have been fireworks. This can't be gunshots.
Those weren't gunshots because they didn't.
They weren't crisp enough.
I mean, honestly, I don't really know what a gunshot sounds like. I'm always like, when a firework goes off, or what I think is a firework, I'm like, do you think that was a gunshot or firework? You know?
I do the same thing. I think gunshots are
I'm
more
not educated enough to tell you whether that's a gunshot or firework.
Yeah, I'm not educated enough to tell you whether or not. But
I would like
but
to think
from
it's
my
firework,
experience,
because that was like right around the corner.
My experience is that the explosion noise that like kind of stretches out farther, because that felt like a
yeah.
Like it felt like it had a lot of to it, you know, like a like it the initial sound, and then there's still a afterwards. With a gunshot, I think it's more of a like it's like a
crisp.
It's like that loud noise is so quick, and it comes and it goes.
It's such
like
a concentrated.
It's a concentrated, and it happens, and then it's out of the sound sphere.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, so I think those were a couple gnarly fireworks, but
like right around the corner.
Right around the corner. Yeah.
What were we talking about? I asked you what your opinion was.
We were talking about the OnlyFans thing, and we were talking about and I was actually about to make the point in that.
Go ahead.
Women are smarter than men. They are.
100%.
They are. They just
agreed.
They are. I can't. They just are.
You know why?
And I'm just gonna just bring it down to a level that everybody in the 21st century will understand. Okay, women are out here making money off OnlyFans, and dudes are out here paying for it. Right there, you have the separation between the smartness of the genders. The female sex is smarter. It's just as simple as that. Like you can't. I don't have anything else to say besides.
The only thing I have to add is men think with their penis more often than their brain.
Yeah.
It's like this constant battle as a man. Like, nope, 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 nope.
And it sucks. It sucks because like we're physically stronger, so we've been dominating for centuries.
What's this right here? Because that's definitely. What is this?
Well, I mean, Ronda Rousey could kick my ass.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's why I put this.
Generally,
because I'm not gonna stand out here and say I could beat every female there is because I'm a male.
Oh, God,
that's
no.
just it's ridiculous.
God, no.
So I put the quotations because, you know, on a scientific like.
Generally speaking,
a man is more physically dominant than a woman. So it's one of those things where, you know, women are running the world right now if they were physically dominating.
I love that quote, dude.
Women would be dominating the world right now if they could physically dominate us.
Yep. It's so true.
Yeah, it's true.
So true.
Yeah, it is.
We'd be fucking little puppets for them, dude.
Oh yeah. I mean, we already kind of are, in a way. Like they do a good like on a personal like ground level,
like peer-to-peer
basis. They got that puppet thing going. It's just on the max big scale. It loses some.
It's when you get into like professional life where men are told like, no, you know.
No, men aren't told no.
Right.
Yeah. In the professional setting.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the OnlyFans thing though.
Yeah.
I don't know, and we've really gone down a rabbit hole. We were not planning on talking about OnlyFans men paying for sexual content. Anyways,
I like it.
I am so surprised that OnlyFans can sustain the levels of content that they are with the income that they're making. And this proves your point where there's a lot of freaking guys who are paying for OnlyFans right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, as a person in the industry that knows, okay, you have to have databases somewhere. You have to manage those databases. You have to have engineers on those databases. You have to have DBAs who are administering them. You have to have people who are storing all of those videos, you're talking about
like
they're hosting
the running of OnlyFans,
exactly,
like the business side of OnlyFans,
the technology back end,
like the people working to make it run,
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, videos are not they're large files, even if you compress them. I mean, these videos that we're making right now, I compress them. They're originally like 25, 30 gigabytes, and then I compress them to about 3, 4, 5 gigabytes. That's still a lot of storage that you have to pay for. And so I'm thinking that this business model must have been laughed at so many times.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people that probably were like, no, guys aren't that stupid. Guys are not that stupid. And then maybe it was like a horny CEO who was like, all right, we'll fund you. We'll fund you. And they just hit, and it blew up. It blew up. But who would have thought?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? And honestly, I don't know how they're sustaining this much, because like everyone and their mom has a freaking OnlyFans now. It's ridiculous.
Hey, I just want to say, like, God, if we have a listener right now who has an OnlyFans, fuck it, that's so fucking cool.
I'll shout it out right now.
Shouts out if you're listening right now and you have an OnlyFans.
Listen,
yeah. Shouts out you.
I support it.
I
really
respect
do.
you. Please keep finessing the dumb sex of the male. Please keep doing it. Because,
I agree.
Because God knows I'd be doing it if I could. You know?
Good shout out there, because I don't want to. You know, we're not putting OnlyFans down.
No.
But the people that are buying OnlyFans,
I'm just laughing at the men. That's all.
Exactly.
That's all.
That's where we're at right now.
Yeah. And I could never laugh at someone for being smart and
the hustle,
finessing
the business.
someone. Yeah, getting side hustle, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
More power to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I doubt there's a listener that has an OnlyFans right now.
There's a chance, Ryan. There's a chance.
Dude, you know what I'm scared of?
There's a chance.
I'll tell you right now.
What's up?
You know, as this show, this podcast has progressed, we've just gotten more and more real with our listeners, in that we just delve into no, not that we're honest. We were always honest, but
we've always been honest. Yeah,
we've just delved into topics that we haven't talked about before. Like right now, we've been talking about sexual content for 30 minutes or something.
That's true.
Maybe 20. I don't know. Maybe 15.
But we haven't. We're not graphic about it. You know, we're not making people uncomfortable.
No. But I'm just saying that, you know, we're getting more comfortable with our listeners. Our listeners should understand what our vibe is by now.
Yeah, it's that we are gonna have a conversation, and anything that comes up during the conversation,
we're gonna talk about. No filter.
There's no.
And we're two dudes, so
yeah. And here's the thing.
We like superheroes.
There's not a lot of planning that goes into these episodes.
Yeah.
We're just best friends who start a conversation.
Like literally,
so we go places.
This right before the episode started, I said, "Do you have anything to talk about today?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I mean, I thought we were talking about the Usman versus Masvidal fight." And then I was like, "Okay." And then I literally clicked it.
Yeah. And then we just started. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm scared.
Scared of what? Scared of like creating like a digital trail of our thoughts and beliefs?
Well, no.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of that. I'm happy that I'm putting everything out there as like, this is my personality with my like, you know, best friend and stuff like that. But also Amanda's mom has been listening to these very slowly. And so she's on like episode like 6 or something like that. Like every time we see each other, she's like, "Oh, I listened to another one. And I'm like, great. Like I love that she's listening to these.
Ryan,
Carmen, if you've gotten this far, I love you so much, and I love your daughter so much. And actually, this episode is
27,
which is 2 weeks. No, a week and a half after I proposed to your daughter. So amazing. But man, we've talked about some crazy stuff, huh?
Yeah, but we always keep it. You know,
I mean, we keep it real. We keep it real.
We don't like. I think we've done a very good job of talking about anything and everything, and at the same time talking about it in a way that allows everybody with all their different views on what we're talking about to still listen. I hope so. I think whenever we talk about a subject, I think we do a good job of talking about that subject in a way that anybody with a respectable viewpoint on that subject will be able to listen and understand our points.
And I'm glad that you sort of said that, because, guys, we don't ever claim to be right about anything at all.
Oh yeah, that's the big disclaimer.
That is, we should probably put that in like our episode titles, like.
This is all opinion.
Stop taking us seriously.
Well, I don't know if we want to say like stop taking us seriously. But I think it would
with
be
some
more
things. I would say that with some things.
I mean, sure, we joke around. You know, we joke around. We also get serious. We do both.
We do.
But I think we do a good job of making it clear what avenue we're going down. You know, whether or not we're making a joke, whether or not we're saying a serious point. I think it's always understood in the way we say it, how we say it.
I agree.
People know when we're joking. People know when we're trying to, you know, make a point. Yeah, and
I agree.
so I'm
just
really
referring to those points where, what?
I think of.
You have your arms out.
I think of your future mother-in-law. Dang, that bug thing is getting fried.
I don't know if you guys can see this in the background there, but
yeah, that
Frank,
glowing
can you point
light.
To it? Can you point to it? Right there. Bro, there's a bug getting fried in it right now.
That blue thing.
Like I can see smoke coming out. Like it must have been I
do want to shout out that
like
that bug killer
dude,
though.
look, there's smoke coming out of it right now.
It's cooking. It's cooking.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's probably like a June bug or something fat.
It must have been like one of those black bees or something.
Yeah, something big. But I gotta say,
at this point,
this glowing bug killer back here has really made a huge difference in the amount of bugs that are flying around us this episode. I haven't really noticed much at all.
There is literally, if you guys are upset that we're killing bugs, I kid you not, there is a surplus of bugs in this backyard.
Oh yeah,
to the point where we're trying to eat dinner out here.
There's so many fucking bugs.
And I'm literally doing this with my legs. I'm bouncing them up and down. I'm shaking them out. I'm touching the back of my neck, like in between bites.
There was a night
they're all over me.
There was a night here where I killed like 3 yellow beetles.
Yeah.
That didn't matter. There's still yellow beetles everywhere.
There are so many in our backyard. I don't really know why. I don't know. We have these neighbors over here that their sprinklers, they're always on, dude. They're always on.
That can't be good.
I don't know why. I mean, they're watering their plants so much, and I think it's like a mating zone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about insects, but I would assume that like that would be good for them, you know, like flies, like mosquitoes, like all this stuff is just like they're honing in on this one zone and then just flying over the wall when they hear humans or whatever.
Yeah, I think this is a great area for bugs with the vegetation and such. Whoa. Was that a bug that just ran into the cans?
Bug, yeah.
Oh, damn.
All right, so go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking about bugs.
What's up?
I wrote an Instagram post today saying that...
You wrote an Instagram
post? No, wrote. I read. I read an Instagram post. I
was like, wait a second.
Saying, I don't know if it's a trusted source. I read a lot of movie news on Instagram pages, and I just take them for...
You got to parse a lot of stuff out, for sure.
Yeah, I just take everything as, okay, maybe that's true. You know, like that's got to... So I read a post today saying, Sony and Marvel plan to have 9 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies containing 3 trilogies. First trilogy high school, second trilogy college, third trilogy adult life. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, okay, first of all, pump the brakes, okay? Yeah. We're 2/3 of the way done through with high school right now, and we're in a pandemic, all right? Second, okay?
Wait, so they plan on doing another 3 for high school?
No, they plan on doing one more for high school, 3 for college, and then 3 for adult. So basically 7 more Tom Holland solo movies. And I read this, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like I said, first of all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that'd be cool.
It's
kind of like oh, wow, nice.
Second of all, we couldn't even get a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire, okay? Yeah. And Spider-Man 3 was extremely successful. All I'm saying is I find it hard to believe that Tom Holland has the staying power to play Spider-Man in 9 solo movies when the general public wouldn't even let Tobey Maguire do it for 4.
I would agree. I don't think Marvel... Here's my thing. I don't think Marvel cares whether or not people think he does, or even if he does or not.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that, and I think we've talked about this on the show, but I've heard that Tom Holland is actually kind of a brat.
Oh yeah, I've heard he's tough to work with.
He's really tough to work with.
Yeah.
So
a diva.
Yeah, he's a diva. He's a young diva, which probably is not.
I think it's a natural. It's probably a general attitude among young actors that age. have a certain diva sort of bad boy goof off behavior on set. Leonardo DiCaprio had a similar reputation when he was in his early 20s of being a goofball, annoying people. So I don't know whether it's that or if he's actually a dick. But either way, 9 movies.
9 is a lot. 9 is a lot to expect from an actor because I feel like just as a person, you're a character for so long. And like you see this with like Daniel Radcliffe, who just becomes this character and it almost hinders him in the rest of his career because he can't get away from it. Yeah. You know? Where it's like, you know, you see Hemsworth, he's doing a bunch of other stuff.
I'm glad you mentioned that because
Robert Downey Jr., who's actually I mean, he's not known for he's known for Iron Man, but that's not like the sole thing that he's done throughout his career.
And he's had so many other good roles. But what you're talking about, I think it's sort of like sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, you know? There are some actors with some roles to where, like, the perfect example is Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. That killed his career.
Yep.
Every time he's talked about this, every time he would go and audition for something, people would be like, I don't want Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Like, I need this person to be bad, evil. I need this person to be this, that. Like, that's not Luke Skywalker. But then you kind of, it kind of changes though, I feel like, to now, because now these big movies with these big actors are so popular that you can't deny the actor's success to go other places and have success other places.
Right.
And I say that in seeing the success of Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley. Daisy Ridley became Rey, but she still started to get these other roles in other movies. Like she was in that Murder on the Orient Express role.
Right.
She starts to secure these roles. Tom Holland, same thing. He gets cast in Uncharted. He also gets cast in this movie with Daisy Ridley, and he gets started cast in animated movies. I think nowadays with the blockbuster film, like superhero films and stuff being so big and so massive, an actor getting one of those characters is good for his career. Comparing to 40 years ago, when an actor gets a character that's so iconic and becomes so iconic, it screws him over more because there are less iconic characters around. You know, we have so many Spider-Mans, we have so many Batmans, we have so many Luke Skywalkers nowadays.
I'm glad you said that.
That someone doesn't really get typecast into that because there's so many different versions of that character. But back in the 70s and the 80s, there was only one Luke Skywalker,
right,
which kept Mark Hamill from, getting roles.
Right. I feel like now there's more of a surplus of those type of characters, or those caliber of characters,
those epic heroes.
You hear the name and immediately you think of the actor.
That's the that's the popular genre of movies right now. Is this big superhero, big budget, big stuff, movie, and these actors are so big in this that they're able to do smaller projects because directors and casting directors have this famous actor auditioning for their small movie, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you'll bring in money." So that whole aspect has I think really changed. So even if Tom Holland, doesn't do 9 Spider-Man movies
is a lot. Though.
Even if he doesn't do 9 Spider-Man movies, his career is going to be fine.
I would like to see them maybe skip the college. I mean, college is like, man, this is tough actually.
Here's what I'm saying.
3 movies throughout college is a lot because I
dare you to try.
Exactly. I was just about to say
it's
that. Like as a college student, like so unrealistic. Like high school, like yeah. If I had like super strength, super powers, like I could probably get off on doing like 3 hours of sleep a night and just recover. He's fucking Spider-Man.
Oh, you're saying it would be harder to believe him passing college classes while being Spider-Man at the same time?
I mean, yeah, like who gives a shit about the story? But still, like,
I think it could be fun.
I think it would get so old, and then they would have to throw a frat in there, and it's like, dude.
Here's the thing: I'm not.
Stop.
I read this and I'm like, I'm not down. I'm like, okay, I will
give me more Spider-Man.
I will go see 7 more Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland. I'm just saying this just seems so ambitious. And that's why when I read this
Marvel,
post,
though.
that's
It's
when I
Marvel.
read this post, I'm like, okay, maybe it's true. Because remember, you read a lot of stuff on Instagram. There are a lot of accounts just posting what they want.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
And
There's no checks and balances.
There's no checks and balances.
You can post whatever the fuck you want.
There have been some times
Misinformation.
and hell, there are even accounts that are made for throwing you off.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's accounts
Russian bots, dude.
that only post
Back to the bot situation.
fake news stories, and they post these fake news stories that are just close enough to the reality to where you read it and you're like, oh yeah, but then you read it again, you're like, wait, no, that can't be true, and you look into it and you realize it's fake. Yeah,
I would be down for another 7 movies. I would.
I am too.
Do I think it's gonna happen?
I don't.
No, I think they might do another.
And it speaks a lot to like the generations of fans changing. You know, you have because I noticed a lot of the times on Instagram posts having to do with superheroes. Sometimes I'll read the comments just because I'm curious, like, you know, what does the internet think? You know, like you see like a post with like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, who's the best Spider-Man, blah blah blah. That's a very general idea.
Those are the worst, dude.
But it's like I notice people often more will say either Tom Holland or most will say Tom Holland.
Yeah, for sure.
But I notice a change in like the generation tastes with less and less people commenting Tobey Maguire. Because here's the thing. The people who were watching Tobey Maguire when he was Spider-Man are now at an age where they either don't give a fuck about superheroes anymore or where they're a small minority of their age who still gives a fuck about superheroes. So let's just say you or me commenting Tobey Maguire all the way, because that personally is my answer. That gets no traction because people our age, the general person, isn't participating in superhero No, they're not participating. They've grown out of superheroes is what I'm saying. I'm saying you have your current generation, you know, everybody loves superheroes when they're young in a way. You know, you got that general, everybody's a kid sort of. People grow out of things.
I give you some.
And that's why I see
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Tom Holland doing 9 movies as not likely, because we're going to get to a point where the generation of Instagram commenters saying Tom Holland, most of them are going to get tired of superhero movies and going to stop seeing him, so he's not going to do 9 movies. That's the way I see it.
In addition, I don't see Spider-Man films as like in terms of like a generational movie or series. It's not like a Star Wars.
No, it's not.
It's nowhere even close.
And you see, and you know where you see that as?
And
you
it's
see
like,
that the only one that's made over $1 billion is the most recent Spider-Man with Jake Gyllenhaal, Far From Home. And that had that extra boost of having Jake Gyllenhaal.
Right.
And also being after Endgame.
Right.
So it gave it this extra little oomph to get past because
like,
no Spider-Man movie,
next?
No Spider-Man movie has ever been $1 billion.
Right.
But you make a Spider-Man movie to follow up to the biggest superhero movie of all time.
Right.
Then it makes $1 billion.
You raise a good point though, or you said something there, which is it's part of Marvel. So is Marvel as a cinematic universe as big as all of the movies combined? Although there's a shit ton of them, is it as big as Star Wars? Because like Star Wars was something like my dad introduced me when I was younger, like, and like the movies came out when I was like young.
Yeah.
But even the OG ones, the prequels, my dad introduced me to those prior to even like seeing the ones that came out when I was younger, right?
Wait, okay, hold on. You're saying your dad showed you
right
New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi before you had even watched the prequels.
Yes, the numbers are hazy in there because it's weird when you say prequels and it's forfeit. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, the prequels are the 1, 2, and 3 that came out in 99.
Oh, correct. Sorry, that's my bad.
02 and 03.
You're right. Yeah. But my dad showed me 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, before
even watching the prequels.
You got introduced to the prequels. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And so I'm just wondering to myself, like my dad is not a moviegoer, like an iconic moviegoer. He's not like a pusher.
Oh yeah, he's not like a movie buff.
Cinema, exactly.
But he knows what Star Wars is.
But God damn, did I love Star Wars when I was a kid?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, do I see that for Spider-Man? No, I don't.
No.
I don't see that. Maybe with you and me, we'll show our kids Spider-Man, but the general public, like the version of my dad in 10 years, no, absolutely not. I don't see that, and that's why I don't think that 9 movies will happen. But hey, I'll bite my tongue if it happens because I'll watch all of them.
Oh yeah, Ryan and I will be probably sit next to each other in the theater watching each one as they come out.
So ahead, dog.
You want to end on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Here's to 7 more Spider-Man movies together.
Hell yeah. Cheers up.
And
Thank you,
end
everyone.
of episode 27.
Hey.